What's up, y'all? It's me, Tasha C, and in this particular video, I'm going to be reviewing Love and Hip Hop Hollywood Season 1, Episode 10. And shout out to my YouTube fam, my old new subscriber. I love y'all supporters. And like and share this video and subscribe if you already haven't subscribed already. Okay, well, let's get this episode, also known as "It's so fucking cold outside." The polar bear is asking, "Can I borrow your coat?" Okay, I don't know where y'all stay. I'm from the Detroit, and it's like what 5 degrees outside. I'm over exaggerating, but I mean, I'm just saying this is too much right now. Okay, it's only November on top of that. Okay, so let's get into this episode. Now let's go to the Marion and April scene is that, now Mega is born, and Marion's interesting. Kids sometimes even have unique names. They have like meaning. They seen something they something that was significant to name this significant name, and his name is because it was something Mega. Okay, good. God bless him with the baby. I'm just saying. I was just like, oh, I don't know. I just thought he was gonna say like something like more than what he said. The reason why their son is named Mega. But Amari mom's visiting, and it's kind of like she seemed to be more open up to April because the baby is here, at least for now. And we don't get to see the baby. We just see the little bassinet thing and everybody just talking around the baby. And April kind of vents out again about her mother's coming into town. And Marion's mom asks questions and everything, because it turns out, there's still not a lot of question. The distance and the emotionless relationship she had with her mother, even when she moved back in there. And she keeps the past. I mean, it's different about moving on, and some things is meant for the past. But it's kind of like this resentment, or because it didn't work out with your daddy, I'm going to take it out on you type of situation. Or, I'm alone with your parent, your other parent. So it just seems like that might be the case about why there's so many problems, so to speak. And so, like I said, April mostly breaks down because she admitted that she also tells Marion's mom that she wish, even though she wished she had a close bond like this, she does not have that with her mother and stuff. And her mother's supposed to come from Chi-Town. And so we go to the scene, and it kind of ends like we don't see next preview, maybe the week after next or whatever. But it ends in the way we don't know how if April and her mom are finally in terms of breaking this wall that's been built ever since, April has been a child, and why she might have been through a bad childhood. But we did find out that April has been talking to her daddy, and some of the stuff that's been said about it might have been possibly not matching up with April's mom has said. Okay, so April's mom, I guess, was at their house visiting, and April decides to basically talk to her like, Mom, why you weren't there for us and this, you never hugged us, you never kissed us, and all this other stuff, and why you done this and this, basically like, I want answers, and you never, because you weren't there, you weren't being a mom, you just seem like somebody just, like biologically wise you were, but you weren't there like you were supposed to be as my mom. And if she was like, I don't even know nothing about my family, just the same thing she's kind of like saying that she said in last episode, or, she's kind of saying directly to her mom, to her face, right? And her mom's just like, well, I hear stuff I just don't want to say right now, blah, blah, I still don't think it. And then also at times, she was trying to say, I don't want to talk to you because you get angry, like crying, almost like reversing out and putting it on in an indirect way, like on April. It's like, okay, you're like the one who's being, negative or resistant or angry in a relationship. And as far as in terms of us, having a bond, you are the reason why. And then she would say something else, well, every time I try to talk to you, you're angry or something like that. And April's like, what is you, April said she always kind of, I guess this is one of her ways of, not taking the guilt for not being there like she's supposed to. And April's just like this, I'm sick and tired of this, and then, if you're going to be there, you're going to be there, if you're not going out. So I don't know where they're going to go from it, because it just ends, and they don't come back to them after that. But we do, Marion does say, now Linda, like, Marion's name is her, Linda, Liz, I don't get, but Marion's mom forgot to mention in the scene is now she wants to be there for April, and she kind of understands, and she, Marion says one comment like, this is your daughter, she doesn't go hug or anything, but they seem to be on better terms, and I guess she understands and wants to be there for April, I guess. So we'll see from there, hopefully the best. So, let's go to oh my gosh, the High School Musical Part 2. I swear it was a comedy scene. I'll get to that in a minute with the whole young Berg looking like the lost character of Three Stooges and shit that goddamn hat on. Okay, anyway, let's go into this Tierra Marie slash, but like I said, it's all into Trump this party. Now, who else? Everything. I might as well go into it because that's the only thing. Nikki Baby wasn't in there. But see, oh yeah, we're going back first with Young Berg thing. He's in the studio. We see here Masika and her lovely talents of singing. Okay, when Young Berg and her sit down, and you know, here it's almost like she seems to enjoy the fact that Hazel's song, making it seem like Hazel is the fake bitch, blah blah blah. And Young Berg is basically complimenting her, and he's like ready, you know. He you know, he's ready for the regular, you know, just basically every time you see him on screen now, he's more annoying. And it's like, personally to me, when you're seeing him on screen and knowing what has happened barely, 2 weeks ago, it's like, what the hell? You know, you don't, you know what I'm saying? You don't know about you just don't, I don't know. Was he released yet? Okay. But my whole thing is, you just seeing how it's supposed to be. Everything supposed to go in her, secret thing is in her favor, and he up here choking her. And I don't know, y'all. It just cringed me a little bit when we see him. I see him on screen. Just seeing Young Berg nowadays on screen, and Keisha a little bit too, because Keisha, Eminem, whatever. It's just that, you know, now she's with the song, but it's like, it almost makes it seem like she's going with Young Berg as opportunity. She missed that. Later on, that she knows that, you know, Young Berg keep a lot of women in stable, stuff like that, but she'll know, give it a try. Young Berg is thinking about putting a Pentagon and something like that and replacing her or some shit. So he's going to have this all white party, and he also wants to, his way of doing things is to purposely bring it up in Hazel's face that he's no longer with her, and it's like just some, like I said, some stupid shit occurs at, you know, like I said, it was like a high school, I swear, that scene made it seem like, you know, one of them high school parodies or some type of movies and shit when this occurred, because some immaturity was just going along them lines. Okay, I'm probably not remember everything that stood out, but yeah. Was Lil Fizz and Amanda and Melissa and oh no, they weren't. Okay. So anyways, y'all, we go to the part. We're just gonna fast forward there because, like I said, I mean, it was a good episode, but there's certain things I'm not gonna go through everything in the episode, y'all. You know, you got Young Berg with that goddamn, you know, Three Stooges, long lost love child, hat on, and this, I don't know, since he's tried to say what he wears, why he's kind of godly. I didn't mean to say it like Dave Chappelle, shout out to her, but I'm just saying, you know, the white being godly, as he said in the first episode. But he kind of had this long ass shirt that was down to his ankles, and you got Masika just in glow because they're going ready to promote the song, and hopefully, I think it's like Hazel being there, so this mischievous little high school shit, and Hazel is there with all black on, you know, and she came, but I wouldn't, after all that BS, wouldn't attend anyway, unless Mona told her ass to go, or something, because, you know, Ray J seemed to be complimenting for 2 seconds. He seemed to be kind of level-headed, okay? Because he wasn't about the drama. He realized, like, he could understand, like, from Hazel's point of view, how love can hurt people and stuff like that. So he came with her. They just chill at the bar. And Young Berg, Eminem, Masika had to go on stage and pronounce how they're dating. You're my lovely day, da, 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 and I got a song out, blah, blah, blah. So Masika's song start playing. And did y'all notice, everybody, it's like, I think the producers and shit telling everybody on cue, y'all supposed to raise y'all hands up like y'all like the song. Cause everybody was like, "What the fuck is this? This is not Drake or you know, Amigos and shit. This ain't Fight Night. What the fuck is what is this shit?" You know, that's kind of like everybody look was given. Cause I think that do any of these people know Young Berg? Besides Sincerely Asshole, I mean, also knows Young Berg, aka Young Bitch Ass. If, you know, they were posed about, they just didn't seem like they were vibing, nor did they care, you know, or anything. Or as I like to say, you know, they were trying GPS those fucks to give. Because that's pretty much all we had seen was just like, what? what's going on. So after they edited and had people with the cards cued in the background and tell them they got to apply like the song, Hazel E's like, well, let me tell everybody that we gonna let them know that's her song. Her way of doing, she start in and do her rap that she was doing, and he's like, what is that noise? What is that noise? What's that noise? Blah 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 blah. So Masika decides to go over to Hazel E, and I think Young Berg or somewhere around that time, young bitch ass, I meant to say, goes over there, and it's basically like to bring up in Hazel's face, like, didn't I tell you, not like that, but come on, y'all. So I think Masika for a minute tells Hazel, like, I tried to, I'm speaking, first she was speaking to Young Berg and stuff, and they were like talking whatever, right, or whatever. He basically know, like, I got this, right, I'm thinking about you no more, I had to tell you, blah, blah, blah. And then did he say something about her basically wearing white, why she didn't wear white or something? Okay. And then, Masika is trying to talk to, like, I tried this and that, and you're this and this and this. I don't know, for some reason I stopped paying attention to comment because it sounded like a damn drunk chihuahua barking and shit. It's when Masika was talking to me. I don't know why, but it's just like basically was making it seem like, oh, are you mad or no? I got this track, you mad because this and that, you seem bitter, bitch. Bitter, you are bitter, like a damn sour lemonade and shit, just bitter. No, lemon head, okay? Sour Patch and lemon head combined, bitter, okay? So, she, Hazel, by the time when Young Berg had walked away, whatever, so they're talking. So I think they started talking, and Tierra Marie was also there as well, she attended, because, her and Young Berg are cool now all of a sudden, too. But Jeremy felt like, just like Hazel had to make an appearance, when they were going back and forth, Masika and Nikki Baby at, the last event. Jeremy decided to go in there, and kind of like you could tell she kind of wasn't trying to start shit with Hazel E, whatever. It just felt like, which it was like two people trying to tag on to Hazel E, because somehow, sincerely, the asshole, looking like the lost man from Morris Day and the Time and shit, decides to come over there, basically like, I went to Party City and shit, and got all the decorations and shit, and you try to mess it up everything. Get the fuck on. Anyway, so he basically bitching about how Hazel E's the one who started shit, when they the ones who kind of was like, I know she had to rap there, whatever, but rap or whatever, somewhat. But I mean, they came to her. Wasn't that? Maybe I saw something different than everybody else. But yeah. So he complained about how he got all the discount and stuff and used his business discount, so he went to pay taxes on the stuff he got at Party City and all the waters that he got from Sam's Club, and want to sit here and get mad and try to sit here and someone check Hazel Reed. Even Tara Reid came in there, Tara Reid was on there, but here's where AJ was like, what is this, whatever. He didn't think it was right, so it kind of like, they went over here, because I think they were trying to tell, I think Young Berg was trying to tell you could basically get out, right before seeing asshole, his partner crime came. So, by that time, AJ seen Terry, he wanted to speak to her outside. And Terry's like, okay, whatever. But we can tell based on the next scene when he finally goes out there. First, she seemed like she was hesitant, but she does go out there with him. And he's basically apologizing. And, Terry's like, I've been there, done that. Even though she admitted that she was with him 9 years or whatever, but it's like, I know some people sometimes don't say it on and off again, they just say it, but, they've been on and off for 9 years, but okay. It just varies on the person, in situation. But, so he's like trying to apologize, like, maybe I shouldn't have done you the way that is, blah, 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 blah. And then somehow Tara Meade takes a time out, which she still knows that she's still trying to get over him. And she decides to say, well, are you happy? I know you're not happy. I heard about, all the condoms Princess Love Bubbles found in your bag. And, I and I heard she's been real pissed off about this. So you ain't happy if, you put in your, try to make some more porn tapes with some other broads. She didn't say all that, I'm just saying. But he, of course, the first thing he goes by is, oh, it's Morgan, her ass. I told her, I told nobody to be speaking to this bitch damn near in the confession. Like, he was cool at first, then yeah. Okay, just like how he was passionate about them water bottles, okay? So he automatically was like, okay, this information had to come from Morgan. Ain't no other way. I mean, could have, okay? But, so, Terrence me like, okay, whatever. They kind of faded, but it wasn't like, no, I don't think it was with no art. But Terrence me basically like, I know you ain't happy, blah, blah, blah. How you know this information, blah, blah, blah. So, did anything get resolved? I don't really think anything like that was. I wasn't like the end of note where she up there about to swing on him and shit again. I don't think. No, I don't think it ended. Just like goodbye with your apology. So she ends up going to Sonja, makes an appearance, in this episode, and her and Jeremy. I think Sonja feels like that's the right one for Ray J. But she's like this, Jeremy, at the same time, like, you need to get yourself together and stuff like that. If it's meant for y'all to be together, it will happen. But it's like, you need to focus on you, yourself, and yourself, okay? And, work on you, and everything will fall into place, okay? She definitely has been on her Vanna, I don't need to say that way, but I'm just saying, she just been on her woo-saw moment. But she's just like, I love you, I'm here for you, because, she knows that there's still some feelings there, and I think Terry still, you can tell there's still feelings there, because she's the one who called the mama, okay, Ray J's and Brandy's mom, okay? And so, that's that. And so, anyways, we go later into the episode. One of the things is that Morgan is, invited to be with Rachel. But you know what? Oh, yeah, I forgot. I don't know. It's been a couple times I've been reviewing. I always forget Soldier Boy and Naya situation. Okay, let's get to those first before I forget and have to put it in the video like I did last time. Now, Naya talks to Morgan in the park. And they with Can visiting. And Naya realizes that the same time her body's reacting the same way when she was pregnant with Can. Soldier Boy is in Brazil now. And when she pronounced to Morgan in the park that she's pregnant. And you could tell she was just, even when people are surprised that they get pregnant, they usually are a little bit more happier than that. And she just looked at it like this. Fuck. It was kind of like that type of look. And so she, like Morgan was like, because I think Morgan's like, are you sure when you going to tell him, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, one of the type of things. Morgan also saying now with Ray J fired him. This is the third time he's fired her, by the way, whatever. But, Ray J's like, man, blah, 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 and everything else. And now she got to worry about how she's going to pay her son's private school and everything else. And so she ends up, like I said, we see Morgan in the scene. Naya, Soldier Boy, yeah, bitch, yeah, nigga, we made it. Was decided, she's finally able to FaceTime him, and we see, half of the Brazilian dancers, whatever, in the background. She's like, who is them and all these people in the background? Because she first thought that she was gonna be able to talk to him in private, like in his hotel room, and be able to tell him the news. And he just like, I'm about to get on stage, about to get everybody in my room, because I'm the only one with the dressing room. Huh? What is he saying? Because he was like in the background, oh, that's blah, 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 such hoes. It was some dude in the background, I guess. He was like, that was all supposed to be all his hoes. And so she's just irritated. And she's like, I'm stressed out. Huh? He like this. Huh? What? Pretty boy swag? What? I was just like, oh my gosh. And when she's like, I'm stressed out, he was just like, well, I'll talk you after the show. But once she was talking about, I'm stressed out, I'm trying to talk to you, I thought you were going to be by yourself all the time. He's like, what? Okay, whatever, bye. Okay. And got on, and that was that. So, anyway, she said, unfortunately, we see in a later scene that she did have a miscarriage. So, it seems like, but what we gather is, Soldier Boy don't know until he gets back from, Brazil. So, that's that. So, yes, sorry to hear that though, but okay, but what's the next scene? So we see the scene with him and young Berg. They end up talking about, in the end, how he had a lovely time and everything, birthday party, spiral, everything. They talking in bed, and he's just like, what, he's willing to try and be with her, and he's ready to settle down and have a beautiful bad bitch or whatever he's on. And you just see a scene where they up there kissing everything and decide they're gonna give it a try. So in the last scene, or the scene that stood out, or the grand finale, Ray J calls Morgan. And Morgan is thinking like Ray J wants to reach out to her as far as venting. So she is thinking that's the reason for him wanting to meet up with her. He comes in there and lets her know, like, you've been talking stuff, whatever, stuff like that, selling information that I'm telling you. And Morgan is like basically, based like Tierra, how she's bringing the comedy. Morgan's not saying that. And then ain't it like she turned to Dawn from ATL this past season, in May, not too long ago, because she basically, I was surprised to come out with the receipts and shit and left the fucking damn jacket and the cap, because it turned from when Brady is basically like, you say all this, you keep running your mouth and stuff like that, blah, blah. And Morgan's basically like, well, fuck you. I've been there for you to all this stuff, and then you want to be truthful. Princess Love been saying all this shit about you, blah, blah, blah. She's the woman calling me and everything else. Something about Florida Mail has bought both Prince's car and Ray J's car and stuff like that. And when you were in jail, or something like that, like saying like she still messing with some applying. I thought you were saying Ray. It was just back and forth, like basically she like this, basically like Ray J's broke. He has to get his money from Florida anyway, get his allowance every week. Fuck you, stuff like that. And Ray J was like, I don't rent cars, I buy them or something like that. But when he went out and went out on one of his cars. But Morgan's basically like, fuck you, you got a problem with me, blah blah blah. And he won't say shit. Tell Princess still want to go to that baseball place she was asking me about. Okay, tell her to call me. And that's how it ends. Did I go through everything? I think I did. But anyway, y'all, until next week with this show, y'all, pleasant night, pleasant week, and pleasant night, pleasant morning, week, pleasant weekend, and I will see y'all in the next episode. Y'all take care and stay warm, y'all, in one of them damn states or areas where it's just cold as hell for no damn reason.